All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, so I didn't do a post-fight analysis video on Bud versus Mean Machine. I didn't really care to. I just thought that this fight was a mismatch before I saw the fight. I just said, man, this is probably one of the biggest mismatches in boxing today. And that's what I said. But, little did we find out is that Mean Machine, he was a lot tougher than, we gave him credit for. I didn't know a whole lot about this guy. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna try to come in here and fake the funk like I know everything. I didn't know he was tough. But, the guy's a tough guy. Part of me think, I've heard things such as Bud lost a step. Bud was never that good anyway. Like, I've heard a lot of different things. And I don't think Bud is a bad fighter. I don't even think he lost a step, if you ask me. I think Bud still has, whatever he has. I think he still got it. I think Bud Crawford just chose to stand there and trade with this guy. And, now after really watching the fight, I think that's to be the case. I think Bud wanted to trade. I think Bud just was like, nah, this fight, he could win it easily. Hey, I can win this easy in boxing. I'm just going to stand and trade with him. And that's what he did. Okay, now this whole thing about Bud getting knocked down. Guys, I don't know. I don't know if Bud got knocked down. It like to me, Bud, actually tripped over his foot. Over the guy's foot, Mean Machine. Okay? That's my opinion, okay? Now, you can have your opinion, and that's okay. But if you come on here and you dog me out because of my opinion, okay, because you think yours is a better opinion, then guess what? Okay? Then I'm just going to delete your comment and block you. You can disagree with me respectfully, and I have no issue and no qualms with you, okay? But in my opinion, I don't even think he was knocked down. Now, Bud got hit. He got hit after he got knocked down. Before he got knocked down, he got hit. But see, what happened, he didn't even fall after he got hit. Bud was trying to he was trying to slip. He was trying to slip a punch, and then he tripped. Okay, that's what I saw. Okay, and I'll watch it again for the 5th time, but it won't matter because that's what I saw, in my opinion. Okay? Bud went in there and stopped this guy, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. You stop him. You stop a guy like Mean Machine who seemingly should not be in the ring with you. That's what you do to a Mean Machine, okay? You do that to him. You make him submit to your will, and that's what Bud did. I don't know, man. I'm not a Bud fan. I don't like how the guy conducts himself outside the ring, and I definitely don't like the fact on how he treats certain members of black media. I just don't like that, okay? And, Bud got to get that together. But I'm not going to come on here and say that, he's a good fighter. Okay, Bud's a fighter. And what Bud did, he chose to trade. And while he was trading, he was making adjustments using that style. And I don't think Bud would fight that fight every single time he fight. I don't think he's staying to do that. I think for this one particular fight, he wanted to trade. For whatever his reasons were, he wanted to trade with Mean Machine. And he did. Mean Machine is a big dude, man. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, God, dog, who is Bud fighting? A bodybuilder in there? Mean Machine's a big dude. He's a big, tough dude. But Bud got him out of there. He got him out. And that's what you do to that guy. Some of the stuff I can now, if you tell me, okay, Bud is this, I can even say Bud was stupid to sign another contract. I will tell you that, Bob Arum, came out and said that he did not want the Danny Garcia fight. Bob said it. Bob Arum said that. Okay? Bob Arum said, I shut down Danny Garcia. I kept Manny Pacquiao away from him because Manny wanted me to. Like, Bob said all of that. But, to come out and say that the guy can't fight, he can't do it. Bud is a good fighter. Okay? And how Bud would fight Spence is totally different. Now, I think Errol Spence would still beat Bud Crawford. I still think that. But how Bud would fight Errol Spence, I think he definitely wouldn't stand in the pocket and fight Errol Spence. That's suicide. He's going to box, and he's going to try to set traps to get Errol Spence up out of there. That's what Bud Crawford that's what he's going to do if that fight happens. But I don't, in no foreseeable future, I don't see that fight ever happening. I don't. And I don't have any faith in the sport of boxing. I just don't have any faith in the sport that I love for that fight. It's just not going to happen, okay? One of the things, man, part of it is Bud's fault. And I'm going to tell you, if Bud's popularity was more, see, Bud Crawford, that fight, it'll be screaming. See, just like Floyd and Manny, okay? Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, when at the time when people were talking about the fight need to happen, these two, they were very popular. So see, that fight not being made and taking 5 years to make, it was unjustifiable because that's the biggest fight in boxing that could have been made. Hands down. That's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing that could have been made. This fight right here, Crawford and Spence, right now, I'll say besides Wilder, Joshua, that's the biggest fight in boxing that can be made. So it's unjustifiable, okay? Does Bud need to get his popularity? He do. And I think part of it, Bud don't self-promote at all. He don't do a whole lot of that. He does some, and he got a promoter. And isn't that funny? He's paying Bob Arum to help promote him, and he's not, you know, the promotion for Bud Crawford, it sucks. It do. Like, and it's like you don't hear about the guys' fights. Like this Mean Machine fight, there were some guys on YouTube talking about it. I think the LDBC talked about it some in spots here and there. But it wasn't a lot of people really discussing this fight. So what's the real reason? You know, and I don't even think I'm starting not to blame Bud for a lot of this stuff. Like Bob Arum. When Bob Arum came out and said that, you know, he didn't want the Garcia fight for Bud, like you like Danny Garcia is past his expiration date? Really? When Bob Arum said that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Okay, I don't know, like Bud need to get a handle on who he is outside that ring. And, you know, people keep saying, well, Bud is introverted. Well, okay, this is how it looks to me, okay, looking in. If he's introverted, if he's very, very introverted, then how does Helen Yee, you know, get to talk to you? If Bud is introverted, what about Kevin Aoli, Marcos Villegas? How about those guys? To me, it just seems like when it's YouTube black media, and you can say, well, Bud don't deal with the LDBC. Okay, well, I don't understand why. I'm sure he know who we are. I'm sure he know. I'm pretty sure he know. Because the LDBC, whether y'all want to believe it or not, a lot of cats in the LDBC, they support Bud. I don't do it. But I'm not about to get on here and say that, you know, Bud can't fight. And, you know, he had a tough fight with Mean Machine. Come on, y'all. Come on. And who is Mean Machine? Well, you know what? It's the sport of boxing. And sometimes you're going to get a guy that you're supposed to beat that's going to offer you some resistance. They're going to offer you some pushback. And I think that's what happened in this. I think people, we can't lose our perspective, okay? We can't. Bud Crawford is a good fighter. And Bud chose to switch it up on all of us. He chose to stand and trade. That's what it is. I don't think he beaten Spence, though. I don't. And then Bud was saying he want to move up to 160 pounds and fight Redhead Muffin Top. Okay, well, let him. Let him. If he think that he can do it, okay, let him. Go do it. But how many people are really going to support the guy? You can say he's trying to be great and move up. You can say that, but, you know, he can be great if he wasn't with this promoter that don't want to make these fights. I think Bud want to fight. Like, I think Bud want to fight everybody. His promoter not really interested in letting Bud, you know, be that mega star. For whatever reason, Bob Arum have a reservation, okay? He's got a reservation, and he's reserved on letting Bud have certain fights. Letting Bud, you know, it's almost like Bob Arum trying to stunt the man star. Like, it's almost like he trying, like, okay, he'll pay him the $3.5 million and give him that. And then it's like, you know, here, just take this and shut up. It's almost like he don't want him to become like Mayweather. He don't want him to become a star. That's how I feel when it comes to Bud Crawford. Like, he just don't want him to be big like Floyd Mayweather was. But I think at a certain time, you know, a man like Bud, he got to start thinking and stop being so damn dumb. I don't think this is the guy for you. Look, and I'm not saying, you know, okay, go to the PBC. I ain't saying that. You know, if Bud went to Eddie Hearn, he'd be better off than he would with Bob Arum. If he was, at least Eddie Hearn gonna lie and promote him. At least Eddie Hearn is gonna do that. Hell, Tom Loeffler would do that. But it's like Bob Arum, it's like when it comes to Bud, Bob Arum don't want to do a damn thing.